Welcome back to the Perpy and Pout podcast. This is episode 10.
10.
And today we're going to be discussing remaining yourself while still being in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jason. And this is the Perpy and Pout podcast. Episode 10. This is crazy. We done 10 episodes, and this one's special, man. We had some family get engaged, and our phones went off the hooks. I got an idea. Let's get on the phone. So we got a good one for us.
Yes.
So before we even get started, listen. This is the week.
It's a big week.
This is the week. Them boys about to go to work on them Hawks. We about to go to work
First
on them.
of all, we're not Hawks. We are Eagles, okay? So get the bird
How
right.
about them Cowboys?
We're going to see, but I think you have to amp yourself up because there's no
Hold up.
way you truly
hold
believe
on.
that the very first game of the NFL in
It's-
Philly, and it's our Super Bowl banner drop, that your energy is going to overpower that and when the game
I
is
don't
asinine.
care
But
what all the information and all that is. Them boys ain't coming to play. But listen, what's the wager? We still haven't talked about
Yeah.
what the wager is. We always have a wager. So I've been
I'm not washing no car.
very patient. You don't know what you're gonna do because it's about what I say I would like, and it's about whether we win or not.
I don't know. I have
so
to think about it.
you've been thinking about it. Nope, damn that. It's Monday. I need to know what the wager is.
I want $276 if we win.
What the hell is that for?
You said, say something.
Well, hold up. Where'd
That's
you
what
get
I'm
that
saying.
number from?
I
Why
don't
not
know.
280?
276.
Why not
My
275?
lucky number.
Lucky number for since when? You don't have a jersey, not
276.
nothing with that
I have
number.
3 jerseys.
Not with 276 on it.
Okay, Michael Vick's my favorite jersey that I own.
Okay. Well,
Number
what
7.
you gonna do with my money?
I'm gonna use it.
what
What do you want?
I want you to wash my damn truck.
Oh, I'll hire somebody to wash it.
But no, I'm excited. Our first game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope. We don't even know what platform we're watching it on yet.
Peacock.
Is it? We already found it? I
I'm
don't
pretty
remember looking
sure.
it up. Okay.
I looked it up. I think it's Peacock.
So I know when the Eagles play, you can't never find it on TV.
Oh my god.
I can find all the Cowboys games, but for
Yeah,
some
and look
reason
what
Philly
that did
got,
for you
got
last year.
bad. It had nothing to do
We are so
with
off
being able to
track.
see our games on television.
Go Birds.
Yeah, we'll see about them boys. But anyways,
That's crazy that you could
all right,
talk
so-
like that when we just won the Super Bowl.
I am going. How about them Cowboys? What you mean? I
Wild.
don't care.
Okay.
Anyways, all right. So episode 10, right? Becoming we, but keeping me.
Yes.
Right. And what does that mean for each of us right now? As you can see, this beautiful blouse I
becoming you.
have on.
A blouse.
What holiday did you get? Was this
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's? It makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. So this is the first time I've actually worn it.
That's great.
Like it's got cologne on it now. But I thought this is the perfect episode to wear this, right? Becoming we and keeping me. So I want to let you start, right? First,
Okay.
what does it mean to keeping you but becoming we?
So when I hear that title that was so graciously picked for us
Tony.
from our Aunt
Yeah,
Tony,
yeah.
she
Thank
gave
you
us
so
good
much.
feedback. For the last episode, we mentioned like if you have any topics. So we got on the phone with her and she gave us this topic and she went through her marriage and what that meant to her and her husband.
Rest in peace, Uncle Maury.
And what that meant to her as far as still him being able to remain himself. Golfing was his thing, and she still loved that he liked going out golfing. And even the girls like, are you okay with your husband being out golfing? And it's like, yeah, that's who he is. That's his identity. So I think for me, it's making sure that you are someone before you become in a committed relationship or marriage or whatever that looks like for you. Getting with someone else, you are still who you are and still a person. So I think everyone, as time goes, naturally should evolve, right? But I think there is still a core to you that you have to remain the same. And you should have small changes that you do to become one, whether it's going to church together, doing devotion together, what that looks like to bring you together as one, but you still have to be yourself.
You do.
And I think for me, that doesn't mean like, oh, well, I was going out to the bars and clubbing and living this single life.
Yeah,
And now
I
we're
feel like-
together and I'm still keeping that not that, but I feel like
yeah,
who you are as a person,
that's
right,
not marriage
should
life, right?
remain the same while you're married.
And I mean, you've taken trips, you've done girl trips and everything. You've gone to Boston. You loved Boston.
A girl trip.
That was the only one?
Yeah.
So why don't you do more of those?
We want to.
Okay, where would you go next?
I don't know. We really liked Boston. We talked about doing a Philly trip or New York, Washington, something like that. My best friend that I travel with, we like our fall vibes. So rainy
yeah.
and fall and cold.
So and same thing for me, right? Like obviously everybody knows whenever there's a race, it's normally when I do my little slide out, right? Depending on whether it's a race with Rob or if there's just a big race at the track, like I'll knock on doors, yo, who gone? Nah, we're not. I'm out. Like I don't need anybody to go with me, right? But because that's the me time. I love having my family there, right? When we're all there hanging out, but like I don't need to have anybody there to be at the track and have a good time.
Yeah.
That's the identity part. Just like, having the car in the garage, right? Like it's awesome to work on the car with Pops or JJ or somebody or Rob, you know what I mean? But I can go in there and not have anybody, just be me, and I could just be hanging out, you know what I mean? Like Aunt Tony said, though, going to the golf course with some friends, right? It's always a really, really good time, man. So it's important to have that.
Agreed.
Somebody that I work with, he's actually been at the company for a long time. He's like, you guys got to have time apart. He said, you have to miss each other.
Yeah.
If you don't allow yourself to miss each other, you'll grow tired of each other.
It becomes very mundane, like seeing
Yes.
you when you wake up, when you get home from work every day, like not having, like you said, that separation. And I think even with our jobs, not often, but we both travel, or if you're away from Storm, or I travel for work seldomly throughout the year, it is nice to just, when you get off of your job or your work, you go back to the hotel room. It's just you.
Yeah,
You only got to feed yourself. You don't got to clean. You don't have to drive kids anywhere. Like you get
You ain't
off
gotta
of
take
work.
no dogs
Yeah.
out. You ain't gotta take no trash out. Yeah.
You get out of work, you go back to that room, and it's just you. And 9 times out of 10, I'm ordering room service and just staying in the room because it just feels so good to sit in a bed by myself, read, watch TV, eat, catch up on my work day. But then there are moments where it's like, oh, like I miss my husband, but usually not by 2
Careful.
days.
Hey, just relax.
It takes a little bit longer.
Yeah, you get homesick faster than I do.
I do get
to
very
be honest.
homesick. Yeah.
Yes,
Even if we
I
travel
haven't felt that
together.
yet.
And I love the anticipation of booking a trip, going somewhere. But it's
Yeah.
like, as soon as that day comes, I'm like, oh, I want to stay home. I just get very
I'd be like, let's
homesick.
go.
I'm like, oh, we should have just stayed home.
No, we should not have.
Once
Nope.
we get there, I'm
out
good.
of office on my email.
Yeah.
We're out of here. But to the point that you actually made earlier this week, as you go through your healing process and get ready to go back to work, you love being able to work from home, but you even stated going back to work when you get into that busy lifestyle. Now you're running here, you're running there. You only feel like you've been home for 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So how does that balance out? Because you got to think, working full-time jobs, dropping kids off, picking kids up, making time for yourself, but also making time for our date nights. And like, how do you find the time to be able to do that travel or do that thing where you're keeping your own identity, even though we're working on ourselves?
I think it's just to be conscious of it, to actually plan it, right? We plan when we have to go to the grocery store and cook dinner. We have to plan when you have a race event, when we want to plan a girls' night and just go out to dinner. Like, you have to be very thoughtful in planning it and making sure that you're talking about it and you're actually putting the plan in motion. If not, then you'll just talk about it. Like me and my best friend, we've been friends for over 15 years, and for the very first time 2 years ago, we took our first trip outside and we got on a plane and went to Boston, and it was amazing. And we're like, okay, let's keep this up every year. Let's do one.
2 years
and
later.
here it is 2 years later. We're like, dang it. We didn't do it last year. So we're like, can we fit one in the end of this
Right,
year? Like, what does
right.
this look like? Just to make sure and be very mindful of keeping that up, because time is flying. And even now, looking back, it's like, well, I cannot believe this much time has gone by and we've only traveled once together.
Yeah, and to your point though, I think men and women are obviously different in a lot of areas, but I think that's one of the things where we're different because I could just pick up and go. Like normally the races where we travel out of state or several hours away is normally planned. That's normally an annual thing is planned. But Danny could be like, yo, got tea time. I'm like, yo, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We don't have to have this structure build up and all this. But another point I wanted to make, we actually talked about it when we was on the phone with Auntie, is that mom guilt, man.
Yes.
We don't, I mean, I'm not saying men don't get it. I don't get dad guilt.
You don't get it.
I don't get dad. Because at the end of the day, if you're
I think it's because I got the house.
No, that's not what it is.
But
don't listen to
if
that.
you had a bad spouse, you would have to worry about it.
I'll worry about it less. No, here's how it is though. It's because Auntie made a great point that you bared those children. They've been a part of you. So the longer amount of time you're away from them is that actually affects you, right? It affects you when you feel like you're out having fun, but you don't know exactly what your kids got going on. And London can be texting you like, "Mommy, I'm bored."
Yeah.
Now you're worried about it.
Yep.
And listen, she could text me, "Daddy, I'm bored." Okay, good night. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I can flip the phone over. You know what I mean? So I think it's just different.
It's a mom thing.
But how do you still enjoy your time with the mom guilt?
Well, that's why I was saying, for me, I figured for you don't worry about it, because if you had someone who didn't keep up with the kids or your house, then wouldn't you worry like, oh, I hope my kids are good. I know my spouse isn't good with the kids, but anyways, guess not. It's the next topic. But I think for me, it's just knowing that, one, if my children are left somewhere, it's in good hands. I've never left I think there's probably 4 people I can count that my children have been with.
Right.
And I never have a fear of that person that they're with, right? So one, it's if my kids are texting me or something is going on, whoever they're with, I'm confident that they'll handle the situation fine, right? Whoever the kids are with, grandmas and friends and whoever they're with, they're in good hands. We always leave them in good hands.
Right.
But if I'm just going out to dinner with the girls and you have the kids and they're texting me, it's go tell your dad. Like, please go put some pressure on him because he's probably downstairs watching TV.
You know why they're texting you.
And you told them to go leave you alone.
You damn right I told them leave me alone. They can figure it out.
So then they text mom.
No.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Mom better
Mom,
tell
what are we
them.
having? Mom, are you bringing me something?
Leave them on red, like I know. You don't let them
It's not
sweat
a mom
you.
thing. But I think I know my kids are always good. Obviously, if there's like an emergent situation, that's different. But if they're texting me, it's just they're bored or they're looking for an answer that you did not give them.
Yeah, which is okay. So does that mom guilt kick in as soon as you leave?
No.
Or is it okay?
No, I think I'm very introverted. So I talk about this all the time with my friends, my very little friends.
It's all right.
My small circle. Having like the need to make plans, right? Where we're like, oh, we're going to do this, do that. And then when the time comes, it's like, why did I say that I was going to go to that? Or why did I say I was going to do that? But I think in pushing yourself to do those, one, it does get you out of the house, right? And you get to meet new people. It doesn't mean that they're going to be in your friend circle, but it's fun. Like I did for the first time a cooking club.
Yeah,
A friend of a friend of a
that
friend.
actually sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, brought me on board to it.
The menu looked a little weird, but it sounded like a good concept.
So the concept is you pick a cookbook and then you cook things out of that cookbook. So this one was like Asian infused cookbook. So it was all driven that way. But it was different. It was something outside of my comfort zone that I usually wouldn't do. But I went with my friend, and then her friend and me have become friends too. So it was fun. Yeah. It was different. Something that I normally wouldn't do, but it was fun, and I pushed myself to go, and it was a good time.
Well, and you just like in the cul-de-sac, like you and the wives in the cul-de-sac, you guys go out and get drinks and lunch and things like that, where the husbands still haven't done anything. You know what I mean? So I think to the point that you were making, like you guys do a lot of scheduling, and you know what, let's do this. This day lines up because she gets out of this by this time, and we could do this because he can. And we're just like, yo, let's go to tea time. Let's do it.
I think when I went to that cooking club, it was a Saturday. I already had planned this for like 2 weeks. I went to Fresh Market, got my ingredients. I
Yeah.
looked over the menu 25 times. I knew. And that same day, you're like,
That
I'm
morning,
going golfing.
Yeah, Danny
I'm
had
like,
hit me up
what?
that morning.
So the
But we got
husbands,
tea time. I'm there.
yeah, 3 of the husbands' wives that we were at the cooking
Yeah,
club.
yeah.
All 4 of you guys went golfing while we were at cooking club,
Yeah,
which was that
yeah.
was cool.
It was.
But
it
it's
was.
just very like we were planning this for weeks, and then here you come the day of like I'm going golfing.
So, how many times did you check on the kids while you were there?
A few. I
Yeah.
sent them like pictures of the food and.
No pictures from me. Sorry. But it's all right though. It's keeping yourself, right? So having that, building those relationships outside of the marriage, you know what I mean? If we didn't have children, how easy would it be? Do you think it would be tougher or easier?
Easier.
You think it'd be a lot easier?
Yeah, I'd have a
Really?
lot more moolah to do
Well,
things.
we're talking about just keeping
No, yeah.
yourself
I think
while you're
so.
building your marriage. Yeah.
There's not, I mean, I would have you to worry about, and that would be it. You know, it wouldn't, it's the scheduling and making sure the kids are good. And it's hard for us to plan like a vacation for our anniversary when we want to go somewhere for a week, right? One, because we're a blended family. So we have different
Right.
schedules merged in. And then we have a little one that has to go to and from school. Somebody has to pick her up, take her. Like it becomes very involved trying to
I
travel.
feel like the dogs are harder to take
dogs
care
are
of than the kids. I feel like the kids, we got family that's like, yeah, we'll pick up low, we'll do this. And then the dogs were like, what the hell are you going to do with 2 French bulldogs?
Yeah, they become quite the burden as well.
Then they cost more for us to go on vacation, for
Yeah.
them to be in the boarding. So I think it would be a little bit easier, but a lot of the people that we're friends with that we've had before we had a big family, you know what I mean? So it's not like we lost friendships, people that we hung out with because of the
Yeah.
family. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but what does it look like to build ourselves as well while we're trying to keep ourselves intact? You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, I know building a car is that's a big thing for me, but how do I make sure it's not taxing on the family? You know what I mean? Do you have anything that you want to keep for yourself, but you have to keep in mind when you're building on us that it could be taxing or?
I don't think so. I don't have like a tangible hobby like that.
Right.
Like you have the car. It's not like I have I'm not a painter where I have like canvases and I have to paint every day. I don't have like a tangible hobby. I enjoy reading alone.
So
Like
you just want time.
yeah, just time would be all I need.
That's valid.
Yeah, because I mean, I love to cook and try new
Yeah,
things, but I like to do
yeah.
it for the family.
Yeah.
I don't like to just be like everyone get out and I cook for myself.
I mean, listen, as long as I
And
can come
then
back in
eat.
45 minutes and eat, I'll be all right with that.
But that's the only thing I really enjoy is cooking. But that's a good point is time because I do like
Yeah.
to have. I can tell when I'm like at my max, and it's like there's times where I'll just go to the grocery store and I may sit in the car for like 20 minutes just so it's like, oh my gosh, okay, now I'll head home. Or I do like my monthly massages or just things like that where I have my own separation.
It allows you just to check out for a minute and then you can check back in.
Yeah.
That's valid. That's fair. Can the house get too quiet for you?
No,
You love it when it's
I like it.
yeah.
Yeah, I do like it. I like having my family here, but I like
So
you
you just
said.
want us all to walk around and be real quiet. Just
No,
don't say nothing.
I'm saying if you guys are here, I expect it to be noisy. But when it's just me in the house, I enjoy it. We were just talking about this because I'm getting ready to return back to work from my medical procedure, and it's like I actually am enjoying my home. Where before I love my job and enjoy my job, but it's just anywhere I would be if you're getting up, dropping the kids off, going somewhere, you're there 8 hours a day, getting out, going, picking up the kids. By the time I get home, it's rush to let the dogs out, cook dinner, homework, shower, bed. So I don't even see my home. It just becomes somewhere to sleep, right?
Yeah.
That's why I am enjoying this so much. It's because I'm getting the kids off to school. I'm still working, but it's just I'm in my home alone, and it feels so good to appreciate
Yeah.
this home.
I'm with you, and I agree. You know, those once in a while when I work from home, and you're here when the sun actually comes up and the house is empty and you got your meetings scheduled and you got your time in between the meetings and you're like, yeah, it's nice actually being home.
it does.
But I think also, you know, building ourselves is when we go out and date nights and try different drinks and things. I think that's one of the things that we love to do together.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not crazy going to bars without you. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay for a guy to go and grab a brewski or something, but I'm not big into going out and just drinking at a bar or Buffalo Wild Wings or something. I'd rather be in the garage, man. I'd rather make me a
that's your
cocktail at
hobby.
the house. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what your niche is. You know what I mean?
And I think that's why was good that you said time, because that's when I do go out with the girls, that's kind of what we do. We'll just go try a restaurant or sometimes it's just a coffee and walk around, just because we're just looking for time.
Yeah.
Right? Time to do something, and we enjoy coffee and good food, and that's what we found that we do when we have time out. Even when we went to Boston, it wasn't we did.
So who's the lead when y'all go out of town? Like, somebody has to be the lead, because I know who's the lead when you and I are out of town.
It was weird.
Who's the lead when you're out of town?
So it's funny because I handled the travel plans, right?
That's your normal role.
I booked the flight and the hotel. And then because I've traveled so much solely for work by myself, I learned in the airport, put my big girl shoes on and I'm like, okay, I'm traveling. I'm doing this by myself, or pants, whatever this thing is. So when we went to Boston, I'm like, okay, since I'm the one that travels the most, I'll take it from here. Well, we get to the terminal, walk through TSA. I leave my bag, left everything behind, and Erica's like, James, your bag. I'm like, oh shoot,
I'm free.
So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't take charge. So it was funny to see that's how we thought it was going to be, but it ended up being a little of
like
both.
A balance.
Yeah.
You guys balanced out. That's dope. That's
all we
cute.
did there is we went to restaurants, coffee shops, walked around nothing. Same, nothing crazy.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
even we were in bed by 8:00, and Erica's husband is like, "You guys, please, go out. What are you doing in the hotel in Boston at 8:00?"
We're worn out. Hey, day one, check. We're done.
We're like, it's fine. We
and
had
you're only there
coffee.
what?
3 days?
3 days, 2.5 days or something. That's awesome. So, listen, I saw something on social media. This lady posted and said that her husband would pay for tickets and travel if she tagged the concert performers and they liked or commented on her post. He would buy her travel and tickets.
Yeah, you sent that.
Yeah. I think we should try that. Yeah. Where would you go? What concert? Where would you like to go if you could?
Well, I don't know what concerts are coming up. Miguel's not having a concert, but I will go to Eagles game.
You go to Eagles game. Okay, so if you make a post and you put on there that I will pay for the travel in the room and the tickets, if you can get an Eagles player to like and comment your posts, let's do it.
Can it be a retired Eagles player?
Who are you talking about? Fletcher?
Yes or no? Answer the question.
If you get Fletcher, Fletcher
I didn't
counts.
say Fletcher. I said a retired Eagles player.
Who?
A retired Eagles player. Yes or no? Does that count?
Michael?
Ay, Dios mío.
You
Yes or no?
Michael? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it. I like it. I want to see you do it. Were you going to post it on TikTok?
I don't know. I'll make it.
I like it. Let's do it. No, but honestly, I think this was a really good topic, man. Becoming we and keeping me. I think it's really big to have that identity. The one thing I have learned, speaking to a lot of people at the utility company that's worked a lot of years, is that they're scared to retire because they don't know what that life looks like, spending every day with their wife.
We've heard that getting older about that. And there's been a few, I think we've mentioned that before, a few guys that have said I'm not retiring because I'm not sitting in the house with my wife all day.
Yeah.
But I think that's that side of things. And I think for me, it's young girls, right? I couldn't imagine growing up as a young girl in this environment where social media is you have to be the top of the top of the top all the time, because that's what social media makes you feel
Portrays.
like.
Correct.
So it's like, if you keep that mindset, and anytime a guy just shows you a little bit of attention, you know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, you have to gravitate towards that and become who he wants you to be. And that's not how it has to
That's
be.
real.
You know, like when we were growing up, it was a little different. And I think one of my biggest traits, and obviously I've gotten like a lot softer, but I was just mean, because I did not want guys to think that they could just pss, pss, and I'm like, oh,
Cat
hi.
calling.
Like, who the heck, do I look like a cat? You know, so I don't like, yeah, absolutely not. But I think that that's part of my trait, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
I'm going to be mean, not to you, but don't treat me like an animal
Right.
either. So
Oh,
I think
maybe.
for young girls, it's making sure that just because somebody else did something to get a guy, like, you be who you are.
Oh, yeah.
And if the right person comes along, you don't have to change that.
Yeah, and I think that's the stigma with celebrities. Like any pro baller or whatever, they think that you know, spouse, whoever that they're with, that significant other, you assume that person has lowered who they are, lowered their standards, changed their identity to be who this person wants them to be in order to be able to stay in their network and stay in their following, which is hopefully that's not the case. And I'm sure it's not the case with a lot of them,
everyone,
but that's what keeping me means. Like, stay true to who you are and don't change who you are, but also build on we. Like, you got to build on each other, because your aunt said it the best. When those kids move out, it's me and you pimping.
I'm going to be very mean.
It's you and what?
I'm going to be mean.
What?
You can't pss me.
I can. And when I pss, you better bring my iced tea. What you talking about? Yeah. I can't wait for these kids to
But
leave.
that's true. My aunt told me
Cat
that
call the hell out
so
of you.
many times, is don't lose sight of just becoming a mom, that when your kids leave the nest and you're just with your husband as
you
a
don't know
stranger.
what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm all right. I can't wait for them kids to leave. I'm ready. We already talked about it. We're gonna get a motorhome and everything. But no, that was a really good topic. But it's something that, you know, we have to keep sight. It's something that you actually have to work on.
You do
You
have
have to
work
work on
it.
becoming us and work on keeping you simultaneously.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
that was a really good topic.
Agree. Thanks for tuning in with us on episode 10, discussing still remaining yourself and independent while still becoming one.
Oh, yeah. Great conversation. Hey, but listen, don't forget, we post on Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all platforms. How about them Cowboys?
Go Birds!